Even though Rodan and Mothra do not have Godzilla in them, I decided to include them in this review because they'd be some of the most recurring monsters in the Godzilla series. Rodan is about a group of miners who discover a bunch of giant bugs in the place that they work. I love how one of the main characters is named Goro.
I know Goro is no killer.
Yeah, right. But things get worse when they discover that the bugs were only food for two giant monsters named Rodan. Unlike Godzilla, where he was a land-walking and swimming kind of monster, Rodan's a flying monster that can travel at supersonic speeds. What makes this movie important is that it's the first giant monster movie to be in color. But because it's in color, you can see the strings more easily and the blue screen effects. For some reason, they have Rodan have Godzilla-like breath. I don't know why he even has this because it doesn't do anything. Rodan isn't half bad for a giant monster movie. I give Rodan 2.5 stars out of 4. Now it's the 1960s, and the other giant monster movie they were taking a side note to is Mothra. A group of scientists go to an island that is thought to be polluted with radiation, but to their surprise, it's a lush jungle. They later discover two fairy girls, and a businessman captures them for his own personal gain. They shortly call upon their protector Mothra to save them. I know I'm supposed to root for Mothra, but she just killed a bunch of innocent people on this ship. She starts off in larva form, goes into a cocoon, and later comes out as a huge moth. Unlike Rodan, where it was well paced, this one is more slow. What's even more far-fetched than a giant moth is this fat guy taking down these guards. I give Mothra 2 stars out of 4. After being away from movies for nearly 10 years, Godzilla was ready to return in one of the most epic monster fights of all time. King Kong vs. Godzilla. That title alone is enough to get you to watch this movie. Godzilla breaks free of his icy prison from the last movie that held him in suspended animation and goes on a rampage. A TV owner thinks that the best solution is to get King Kong to fight Godzilla. Now we know that if this movie was being realistic, it would not be a fair fight. Godzilla's size alone would make it no contest. So they capture King Kong and he fights Godzilla. It's definitely a spectacle, but it has not so good special effects. Like this scene where they fight the giant squid, you can see the shadows of the spears against the blue screen. Nonetheless, it has a worthwhile climax. For some reason, King Kong can get stronger just by lightning, but that was because King Kong was supposed to be the Frankenstein monster. Even with its not so good special effects and the cheesy King Kong suit, King Kong vs. Godzilla is one of the best in the series and deserves to be remade. I give King Kong vs. Godzilla 3 stars out of 4.